And on my good days, I'll tell you I probably did. I helped put people into the conversation. I know I helped shape a different set of conversations about people and technology, and perhaps as a result I helped generate a different set of possibilities, and we built better stuff because of it. I know it made it possible at Intel and beyond to think about the intersections of technology and specific cultures, and to use those insights to drive new forms of innovation and technology development. It was heady stuff. However, over the last couple of years, I've been increasingly struck by the complicated dance of being human in this world I was helping make digital, and about what that might look and feel like, and about what we could and should be doing differently. At the end of 2016, I was taking a long, hard look at what I was doing with my life, and whether I was making the right kind of impact given all of that, and whether I was, in fact, helping to make a better world. It's against that backdrop that an email arrived on Christmas Eve from the chairman of the ABC. Initially, I thought it was some kind of seasonal spam. Even after I clicked it open and read the letter, I still didn't quite understand the invitation. Me? Give the Boyer lectures? Yeah, nah. Because I grew up with the Boyers. I don't remember a time when they weren't part of the conversation. I know how important the Boyers can be and the difference they can make.
This is lecture number 1, The Right to be Let Alone.
This is the Boyer Lectures for 1965.
How can these critical matters be improved?
The subject of these lectures will be
In another
ourselves.
lecture, I address some of these issues.
Since 1959, the ABC has produced the Boyers to spark national conversations about critical ideas. Even if you didn't listen to the program, you were in that conversation somehow. The roll call of Boyer lecturers is impressive. Academics, authors, politicians, judges, public intellectuals. And their topics likewise: law, public policy, architecture, space travel, Aboriginal rights, ideas about Australia, Australianness, and our place in the world. It was hard to see myself in that kind of lineage, and I wondered what my distinctive intervention could be. The Boyers feel oddly familiar to me too. A worn and slightly battered copy of W.E.H. Stanner's 1968 After the Dreaming was always somewhere in Mum's office, and it came up in conversations as a casual reference. Stanner's Boyer lectures. And I've been babysat by Boyer lecturers. I've watched them across the kitchen table, talking and eating. I even wore a Boyer's lecturer dress to my high school dance. It was red and sparkly, and Marcia Langton let me borrow it for a night. Knowing Boyers doesn't make it easier to say yes, though, because I knew I wasn't quite like them. And the data bears out that impression. 63 Boyer lecturers to date, and only 12 of them women, and the average age hovers around 60. And the format, a written set of lectures tending over the years towards an academic style, was equally alien to me. I found myself asking, could I do it differently? Hold true to the idea that the Boyer lecture should spark a conversation and engage Australians in that conversation, but tackle that conversation in a new way. Happily for me, the ABC was willing to take a risk on me and on this. So if you grew up with the Boyers, it's going to feel a little strange. It's a bit more informal and interactive, more of a conversation than a lecture. I have sound.
This ball as well up, he drives his clean bowls.
There's multimedia content. Here are 3 things you may not know about our digital world and where it comes from. I have the voices of other Australians joining me.
Young women seem to suffer from more depression and anxiety now because of all these different applications that are available.
And I want this to be both a conversation starter and also a conversation, which means there are a couple of places where I'm going to ask for your help and your input. And if this is your first Boyer experience, welcome. I hope it won't be your last. Here we go. 20 years in Silicon Valley has left me with the distinct sense that we need to keep reasserting the importance of people and the diversity of our lived experiences into our conversations about technology in the future. It's easy to get seduced by all the potential of the new and the wonder it promises. There's a lot of hype and not so much measured discussion. Many conversations seem to originate in the United States, but I think this is the time and the place to have one here in Australia. After all, we are not just passive bystanders in this digital world. We've been active creators of it. So it's time for another conversation about our possible digital and human futures, and about the world we want to make together. But where do you start? Well, I think 3 ideas underpin our current digital worlds. They're deceptively simple, like a good ethnographic insight. When you share, everyone just nods as if they've always known it. And it goes like this. The digital world we've been building, it's about 3 things: speed, smartness, and connectivity. Put another way,